Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing just a quick, very quick, brief review for this week's episode of Under the Dome. This week we got to see the release of Under the Dome Season 2, Episode 5, Reconciliation. Alright, and as always, my reviews do contain spoilers, so if you guys have not seen the episode yet, you may not want to watch this until you get a chance to watch it. So I say very quick because I'm not going to go into too much detail with this. I'm still watching Under the Dome. I still enjoy it very much. This week's episode was actually a good turning point for me. I did like sort of the reconciliation part of it, where basically Julia, who's strangely in charge now, which is very odd, has basically said, screw it, she's not going to try Big Jim and Rebecca, and she's going to just kind of let it slip, I guess, or they're going to let it slip and allow them to go free, I suppose. In addition to that, we got a couple, or we at least had one character death for a new character that I haven't seen in the show up until now, but he was pretty interesting for the little while he was in there. Great big guy. That gets shot and killed, who's kind of trying to go after Big Jim for what was going on, and Phil ends up shooting him. So I did like sort of the kind of flipping the series has done, where, you know, Big Jim was in charge, and to serve the story, they've kind of flipped it over, and now you've got Julia in charge, which is really strange, really weird, but it's kind of a cool little change because I'm interested to see, even more than before, what's going to happen next. Now, one thing I don't like too much about this one is that it kind of, because there's the revelation that Lyle, or was it Lyle? Not Lyle. Lloyd, I think. Yeah, Lloyd was a survivalist and had a huge amount of food storage that his wife has basically given to Julia to be able to feed the town for a while. It kind of delays the whole food issue, which I was really looking forward to see how that was going to turn out, because I thought that was going to be interesting once they started to run out of food. And we got kind of a glimpse of that this episode, about the chaos and about the things that would happen once that precious resource that everybody needs starts to run dry, starts to run out, and how crazy things get. So at this point in time, they at least have food for a while, it looks like. It doesn't look like there's any kind of trouble right now with regards to that. So it's just, I almost think it's just a way for them to kind of delay it, just kind of stretch out the series a little bit more. And I don't know. But, so that is not the best, because now we have to wait even longer to kind of see when they actually do eventually run out of food and what happens there. So basically, I'm pretty busy this week, had a lot of stuff going on at Comic-Con, so I'll just keep this review pretty short and not go into as much detail as I usually do, because I also have to review The Strain. I usually review that on a weekly basis too, and I missed that this weekend, so I'll have to do that again maybe tomorrow night or the night after, something like that. But with regards to Under the Dome, this episode really did it for me. I also like what happened with Sam and how we got kind of total, it wasn't totally like revealed, because it was kind of revealed before, but now we know for sure that he is the one that killed Angie, and we got to see his reasoning for it, which actually kind of makes sense, is that you have these, because it's been established before that they're getting these paintings that are like premonitions to what's going to be happening. And he believes if he kills the four hands that we saw last season, that the dome will come down. So they have something to do with the generation of the dome. So I thought that was kind of a cool angle, and kind of gave us reasoning for why Sam's doing what he's doing, whereas before he just kind of seemed like this cliche, kind of in the background weird guy that, just feels like killing people. Right now we're actually getting to see the reason for it, and the reason for what Lyle was doing, and kind of their methodology, I guess, or their ideology, their way of thinking for why they're doing the things they're doing. So I like their motivations, which makes me like the characters more. So that applies to both Lyle and Sam as well. So I think they're both good additions now, after kind of us getting to see a little bit more about that. The Melanie character, to me too, has gotten more interesting. I like seeing her more, and also because the whole love triangle between Nori, Joe, and her has kind of become more physical, I guess, or more interesting. Of course, when you have kind of the fighting between them, and obviously Nori hates her, and Joe's kind of trying to be nice to her, but then he cares about Nori because he met her first, and she was his girlfriend for a while, that kind of thing. And they've been through a lot together with the dome going up and all that, of course. So I have been enjoying that quite a bit too. Yeah, so I think that's pretty cool, and I like those developments as well. So this episode did a lot of things really good. It had some good, interesting twists. It had some excitement. You have Big Jim in there, my favorite character in the whole series, who hasn't died, so that's good. If they kill off him, will I stop watching? Somebody asked that last week in the comments. Probably, I think so. Probably I will. Because I don't know. I mean, this one was really interesting, but a character like Phil, for example. Even though I find Phil interesting, I wouldn't tune in just to see Phil. You know what I'm saying? Big Jim, I think, and Dean Norris's performance as him, I think, is great. And I'm actually getting to like every character more after seeing an episode like this. So it was a great episode. In terms of score, I'm going to give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. I thought it was a really great one, and I've kind of reconciled with Under the Dome. I'm not quitting just yet, and I hope that the people are still interested in it out there, and I can still keep doing the reviews for it. Just because I do like to watch it. So if I'm going to watch it, I should kind of review it. So The Strain, I'll try to do the review tomorrow night for that. In terms of this episode, I thought it was great. I thought everything about it was great, and it just, aside from the additional food thing, which kind of delays that crisis that eventually will come. But it seems to me like it's going to... it's going to come, and we'll see some kind of building towards it as we're getting closer. And then when we finally hit it, it'll probably be like the final part of Under the Dome. Maybe Under the Dome will only have 3 seasons. I think that makes sense, I don't know if you can get more than about 3 seasons out of this series. I really don't. I think based on the initial idea, based on the premise, 2 or 3 seasons, I think that's max. I would be very surprised if we got in Under the Dome season 4, Under the Dome season 5. I don't know how that would go. So to wrap it up, I'll just say that with Lyle, it looks like he's found some kind of passageway down. Everybody thinks he's crazy. Maybe he has found a way to get out of the dome, maybe underneath or something. I don't know. That's something that someone also mentioned in the comments, and I was like, what? Why would he figure that out? But hey, man, based on what we saw at the end of the episode, it looks like he may have, something of the sort. So who knows? Maybe not, but I think it's a cool development. I really do. So could Lyle get out of the dome, and what would happen afterwards if he was able to get out? Would everybody else just leave? What would happen? I don't know. So let me know what you guys think about all these developments, how you feel about the series at this point, and how many people are still interested, or if there was a lot of people that quit early season 2, because I think there was, based on the ratings. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I enjoyed it very much, and I'll call it here. Please like the video, thumb it up if you liked it, and if you want to help support the channel, please share it, please favorite it. I'll call it here. It's it for this video, guys. See you for the next one. It's Trav saying peace.